All right. Shalom. 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 I'm the priest I ain't wild from the GMS, South Carolina Midlands camp. Coming back with a quick lesson through the spirit and through the power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kodash. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. Call Halal Yamla Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and to my elders of great millstone that rule well, which taught me this truth, who are the true leaders of Israel today. And also peace, love, blessings, and salutations unto the elect. All right, shalom. And, this quick lesson is pretty much going to be getting on Jake, man. Jake still don't get it, man. You got a lot of our people that are, they're just emerged into this society, man. They're pretty much all in for Egypt. And that's not the right mindset to be in, man. As a matter of fact, when you go to Isaiah, the 30th chapter, let's grab that. Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh. And when it comes to the Lord's people, to the 2/3 of the Lord's people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're very rebellious and hard-headed, man. Here it is. The Lord has his prophets giving you the warning, but you're refusing to listen to the prophets. You're refusing to listen to the men of the Lord, the men that the Lord set up to push his word, to push his message, man. Okay. And what is it that we're pushing? Well, first and foremost, we're giving you your heritage. We're letting you know who you are. We're letting you know that when it comes to the true children of Israel, the ones that the Lord is really dealing with, y'all don't want to listen to it, man. We're telling you that we're God's chosen people, but what is it that Jake does? What is it? What does Jake do when they hear that message? They scoff, or either they mock. So judgment is ultimately being prepared to befall upon you 2/3, man, because y'all don't want to listen to the message. Like it says in 2 Chronicles, the 36th chapter. As a matter of fact, Lord willing, I'll grab that next. Let me bring this out. Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Yeah. Jake, they trust in Babylon. They think that America is going to, they think America is the end all be all, right? They think that America is going to go on forever. Like, Jake really is cool with having their regular 9-to-5 job, warehouse, factory job, whatever, fast food, and for some Jakes who are more somewhat established in this society, they have their regular, 9-to-5 suit and tie desktop job, or, whatever it is that they do, they have their careers, so they're invested. You got some Jakes that have their own businesses, right? Which ain't nothing wrong with it, but see, because you got brothers that have their own businesses and have, good jobs and so on and so forth. But guess what? I guarantee you those brothers are not fully invested into those, things of the world, man. They're not fully invested in, their businesses or whatever, because they understand that we're pretty much just pilgrims when it comes to this, man. First and foremost, this is the land of our captivity. We're serving a captivity. We're serving a punishment. And ultimately, brothers know that this place is getting ready to be destroyed, man. So brothers ain't putting all their energy into this place. They use the word, but don't abuse it. But when it comes to the 2/3 of our people, they're fully invested into America. You got Jake that's really conflicted about this whole presidential debate. They don't even realize that this whole presidential election is a fucking joke. Look at the fucking candidates. Both candidates. Absolute jokes. You see the rest of these countries, they're laughing at America. That's how you know that America is at its end. ultimately, when I say America, I'm speaking about Esau Edom's rulership, man. Because America is pretty much Esau's cash cow, man. You know? But ultimately, the Lord is getting ready to take this place out. So you shouldn't have your mindset to be fully invested into this place. But see, that's the mindset of the 2/3 of the Lord's people, man. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. They're not worried about Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. They're worried about, the so-called the so-called white man and his kingdom. They're worried about the so-called white man giving them equal rights and equal opportunities. Giving them reparations, so on and so forth, man. Trying to rub elbows with Esau and the rest of the heathen instead of actually coming back to their heritage. Now, we understand that the Lord, the ones that don't get it, the Lord has them blinded. We understand that pursuant to Romans 11 and the 7th chapter and the 8th chapter. Only the elect is going to be able to obtain this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We understand that. We understand that we're not going to be able to wake up all of Israel. That's not what the Lord wants. The Lord just wants us to go out and teach, and the Lord is going to bring in the elect. It's all about the elect, man. Okay? Verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt, which Egypt just means bondage. So if you think about America, this is what? Spiritual Egypt. Like it says in Revelation, the 11th chapter, and I believe the 8th verse, where it says spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Okay? This, like I say, Egypt just means bondage. America is our captivity. We're still in bondage, man. Okay? So this is spiritual Egypt. And I don't even got to explain why America is spiritual Sodom. Okay? Go figure. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. You see that? They put all of their trust and their stock into America, Babylon the Great, man. And who's the modern day Pharaoh? Esau Edom, the wicked. Okay? So they put all of their trust in Esau, and they're about to fall flat on their face right along with Esau, man. They thought Esau was this benevolent, wise, individual, and they wanted to follow and pattern themselves after the devil. But now they're finding out that Esau don't even got it. Esau don't know what's going on. They thought Esau had it all figured out. This nigga been winging it the whole time. Nobody listening to this devil anymore, man. So now you got Jake out here that's looking for answers, but they looking for answers in the wrong place. Okay? Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. So Jake is getting ready to be confounded. They're about to be ashamed. Okay? Confused. When this society fails them and the dollar collapses. And Great Babylon is turned into a third world country. You see, our people, they're not thinking about that. They're not looking for that. They're not looking for that to happen. Now you have a lot of our people that's waking up and coming to the realization that something ain't right. You got a lot of people that's starting to realize that they know something ain't right. So what is it that Jake is doing? Jake is, coming out of that whole religion, Christianity. They're coming out of the churches, right? But they're getting involved in what? Witchcraft, getting involved in these other religions. But a lot of our people are just straight up becoming witches and warlocks, man. Especially our women, man. When it comes to our women, and I'm just speaking as a man, I'll say probably 95 to maybe 98% of our women are involved in some form of witchcraft, man. Because if you think about it, majority of our women, if they ain't, so-called Christians, getting involved into these Christian churches, they're involved in, pretty much witchcraft, man. Whenever you run into a chick and she says, oh, I'm not, religious, I'm spiritual or something like that, and she got the septum rings and the tattoos and the dread, stay away from that bitch, man. I'm telling you, she's bad news, bro. straight up witch. Okay, but that's our people. That's our people. Very rebellious and hard-headed. So this is why the Lord is getting ready to come back with great wrath, man. Now, I said I wanted to grab, I think it's 2 Chronicles 36 and 16. I'll start at verse 15. And the Lord Yahweh power of their fathers sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. So the Lord, with the prophets being on the scene, the Lord actually is showing mercy to his people, right? The Lord is warning Jake that he's about to bring great wrath and destruction in the form of Jacob's trouble upon this place. He's letting it be known before it actually happens, which that's mercy, because if the Lord wanted, the Lord can just go ahead and bring the wrath and destruction with no warning. But the Lord is just, and Jake is not going to have any cloak for their sins, man. They're not going to have any excuses when all hell breaks loose. They're not going to be able to say, oh, well, I didn't know that this was going to happen. Well, yeah, you did, because the prophets have been on the scene the whole time. But see, instead of you listening and taking heed, y'all were too busy making TikTok videos, mocking and scoffing against the prophets, coming on the comment boards, talking shit, thumbing down our videos, flagging our videos, trying to get our videos taken down, instead of listening to the words of the Lord. Whenever you pass the brothers on the highways and byways, you try to make a scene. Either you want to try to fight brothers, or y'all know how it goes, man. So you ain't gonna have no excuse when Yahweh Shema Shah brings that wrath and destruction. Verse 16 being the point, but they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words. Yeah, scoffing, laughing, talking shit. That's Jake for you, man. And misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people, till there was no remedy. And wrath is coming, man. Okay? Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. Right? Now, America, Babylon the Great, or you can say Esau, Edom's rulership, is going to go down in flames, literally. In the Third World War, the Lord is gearing it up right now, preparing all these heathen. He's putting a spirit on them to prepare for war, gathering them in the Middle East, the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. And the Lord is getting ready to bring great judgment upon them. And during this Third World War, he's going to put the spirit on them to launch 200 million nuclear missiles or warheads upon Babylon the Great. And also, the chariots are going to be shooting concentrated laser beams, concentrated laser fire off of the chariots. And it's literally going to make America, the landmass of America, look like a lake of fire, man. The apostles was going into that in their previous street speaking this past Saturday, man. So great judgment and destruction is coming, and you also got to factor in that this is the angriest that the Heavenly Father has ever been. So the Heavenly Father is not going to disappoint when he says he's going to bring wrath and destruction. It's going to be wrath and destruction on a level that this world has never seen before, man. Verse 16, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. And when you go into that word plead, it means to judge. So the Lord is coming back, and the Hebrew word for judge is shapat, to judge, govern, vindicate, to punish. Okay, decide controversy, to execute judgment, condemning and punishing. You see that? To be judged. So the Lord is coming back to judge the world, man. And you 2/3, y'all are going to taste of that second death, man, that lake of fire. You see? So that's why you see the men of the Lord on the highways and byways, because we're trying our best to avoid that. The Lord commanded us, once we learned this truth, he commanded us to go out and teach, okay, and bid to the marriage. But see, you 2/3, the whole time y'all were laughing at the prophets, y'all should have been hearkening and trying to figure out, for the men, y'all should be trying to figure out how to get out there on the highways and byways. What does it take so that you can be delivered? But see, Jake ain't worried about that, man. Jake too worried about being cool, trying to live it up in this society, rub elbows with the heathen, be cool with everybody. Oh, everybody can make it. When it comes to the kingdom of heaven, God loves everybody. That's Jake. But guess what? The heathen don't feel that way about you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Y'all so busy trying to be cool with the heathen, but the heathen ain't they don't rock with y'all like that, man. You see? So Jake is about to be in a pitiful case, man. Real quick. Second Esdras, chapter 7. Verse 56. For while we lived and committed iniquity, we considered not that we should begin to suffer for it after death. Okay. Now, the Lord is getting ready to bring a lot of pain, death, bloodshed, destruction, and 2/3 of our people, they're going to get caught up in it. You see? As a matter of fact, I meant to get this one, Salakia. But I mean, that's, I meant to get Second Esdras 15 and 24, Salakia. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And that's speaking to you 2/3, man. Just out here committing iniquity. And what's iniquity? Sin on top of sin without repenting, man. Okay? And that's what makes the elect separate from the 2/3. Because the elect go off. Lord wouldn't I be of the elect. But the elect goes off because none of us are perfected yet. We're going to be perfected in the new covenant when the Lord puts, his laws, statutes, and commandments into us, into our spirits. And we're going to be perfected. We're never going to go off again. And that hasn't happened yet. We're not in the new covenant. Okay, contrary to popular belief. We're not in the new covenant just yet. We're in between covenants. As Apostle Dahar has mentioned, we're in between the first and the second covenant. We're not in the new covenant yet. Okay? So, yeah, the elect is not perfected on this side. But at the end of the day, what separates the elect from the 2/3? The elect is repenting and calling upon the true name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and begging the Lord for mercy and for forgiveness. While the 2/3, they just out here just going off and don't give a fuck, man. So soon that judgment is going, those actions are going to be met with judgment. Okay? And we're in that time. Verse 25, I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai knoweth all them that sin against him. And therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. And the Lord, once the Lord really opens up the floodgates of Jacob's trouble and all hell is breaking loose, that's when Jacob's going to want to get right. They're going to be seeking answers. They're going to be looking for the prophets. They're going to be, looking for the men of the Lord, but they ain't going to be able to find it. They're not going to be able to find the men of the Lord because of the famine of the word, hearing the word. Amos 8 and 11. You see? And I'll grab that real quick. This is going to be the mindset of Jake when all hell breaks loose, man. Amos 8 and 11, behold, the days come, saith the Lord. What day? Jacob's trouble. When you read Jeremiah, the 30th chapter and the 7th verse, it goes into the day of Jacob's trouble, the time of Jacob's trouble. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land. And this is going to be a part of Jacob's trouble as well, man. No truth. When all hell is breaking loose, when this society has completely collapsed and this kingdom known as America turns into a third world country, people are going to be seeking answers. They're going to be seeking for truth, and they ain't going to be able to find it. They're going to be giving up on their religions, Christianity, Islam, all that spirituality talk where they, pretty much just believe in themselves and talk about the universe instead of giving credit to the Lord of the Bible. They're gonna be losing faith in that, man. Because the only reason why these people got faith in these religions and things like that is because they're prospering. And if they're not prospering, right, as far as, living it up in this society, majority of them are eating, right? They can go to McDonald's and get a dollar burger or whatever, go to the dollar menu. They still can eat, so everything is cool. Which if you had sense, you should know with things being as high as they are, why would you put something that's worth $1 into your body, man? That's how you know that these people, they don't have any type of sound mind. They don't have a sound mind. Because when it comes to your body, you're supposed to make sure that you're putting the proper nutrients into your body, man, and things that are healthy. They're more when it comes to costs, they cost a lot more. But see, Jake don't have that type of mentality, man. But anyways, Amos 8:11, behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land. Now it's going to be an actual famine, and that's the point that I'm getting to, right? Whenever Jake can't get their food, they can't get their drugs and their vices, that's when they're going to be seeking answers. That's when and all hell is breaking loose. That's when they're going to be wanting to find the prophets, because Jake be out here bullshitting, man. Jake be watching the videos on the low, man. Like my big brother, Elder Ishiyar, said in one of his in they past, I think it was they midweek camp in GMS Charlotte. Elder Ishiyar, the head brother of GMS Charlotte, who I pretty much came up under, and I'm still up under him pretty much. Of course, the apostles and the elders on down. But like Elder Ishiyar said, man, Jake be sneak watching, man. Jake, they be acting like they don't be watching the videos, but they do. And a lot of them, they're going TikTok, TikTok University, right? And it's a lot of bullshit on TikTok. But they'll take certain things that the prophets are teaching, but then they'll try to mix it in with, the bullshit that they believe in, man. But Jake be sneak watching, man. So that's another reason Jake ain't gonna have no excuse when shit hits the fan, man. When the Lord takes away this truth, Jake gonna be looking for answers. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, power, that I will send a famine in the land. Not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, which that's coming as well, but of hearing the words of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So they ain't gonna be able to have access to this truth. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. You see that? So they're going to be looking for answers when all hell breaks loose. They're going to be looking for the truth. They're going to be looking for the prophets. And the Lord is going to have us removed. The Lord is going to have have us hidden. You see? And Jake is going to be assed out. Left. They're going to be hung out to dry. Like I just read in 2nd Esdras 15 and 27. I'm going to read it again and close out. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth. Okay, the plagues, pestilence, famine, disease, civil wars, race wars, so on and so forth, man. Just complete anarchy out here, man. The plagues, okay, complete punishment. For now the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. So they ain't gonna have no protection. The Lord gonna lead them assed out. He's gonna hang them out to dry, man. For the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. You see that? So the Lord is getting ready to bring the pain, man. And you 2/3, y'all going to be caught right up in it, man. So if you're an Israelite, or if you hear this word and you somewhat believe in it, you know, you're intrigued and you want to learn, hey, get right, man. Turn to Yahweh Shema Shai. And that's another thing, too. It ain't about skin color either, man. You know, when it comes to being a Hebrew Israelite, if you hear this word and you look like, you know, one of the other nations, but you believe in this word, you're an Israelite, man. Pursuant to Romans 8 and 16, it's all about the spirit, man. It ain't about the actual physical flesh, which that's a key indicator, but that ain't what it's all about, man. But, you know, that's another topic. Lord willing, this quick lesson was edifying, man. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakodash, double honors to my apostles and elders of great millstone that rule well, which taught me this truth, who are the true leaders of Israel today. And also peace, love, blessings, and salutations unto the elect. Until next time, I want to say shalom.